So hey guys, I just wanted to make a short little tutorial on how to make a borderless window in WPF using C# with all the proper window functionalities such as snapping and maximizing without covering the taskbar and dragging by the top of the window, and as well as the window control buttons. Basically this applies to if your window style is set to none so that you can have allow transparency is true, because otherwise allow transparency wouldn't be possible with any other window style. But that means that if we start this, there's no window controls or anything. So as you'll see, there's no window chrome, there's no buttons. See, and it's not draggable. First step is to make a window chrome. So window chrome dot window chrome, and then in there you put another window chrome object and you close it off. And in here you need to set a value for caption height, which is the area that you're gonna, from the top of the program, that you're gonna make draggable. Now time to move on to the other things. To make a title bar in it, I just stick with a grid, and then I put and then I give it some kind of a color and do stuff like this. So vertical alignment to the top, and then here I make a stack panel with its vertical alignment to center, horizontal alignment to right, and this is where the buttons will go. And then since the buttons go in there, you have to say window chrome dot is hit test visible in window chrome to true, so that everything within the stack panel will be hit test visible within the 35 pixels from the top of the program. So that means you can click on stuff in there and it won't count it as a drag. Also, you need to, you don't need to, but I usually give this some kind of a color. So background, let's just give it a dark gray for now. Let's give it a button. Yep, and then we're just gonna copy that a couple times. Of course, you also need to, if you're using a stack panel, set the orientation to horizontal so that it doesn't try to stack them on top of one another, and then give all of these a width of whatever you want really, but I'm just gonna keep them square, and the height of this stack panel to 35, so that all of the buttons heights are 35. And as you can see, there we have our buttons. And if we launch the program at the moment, see, it's fully draggable and everything scales properly, and these are clickable buttons. Okay, so next we have to give these names so we can use them in source code. So I'll just set this name to the minimize button. Also, for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna add just some, just the minus, and then basically the most rudimentary icons. And then now in our main window constructor, the way I usually do it is I just do minimize button plus equals se. Whoops, I meant minimize button dot click plus equals se, which is sender and event args. This is like a lambda expression, I'm pretty sure they're called, and this just does this: window state equals window state dot minimized, and then maximize button dot click. Since the maximize button actually does two things, either restores or maximizes, depending on if it's restored or maximized. The easiest way to do that is to say window state equals window state equals window state dot maximized. So that's saying if it's maximized, then we want to minimize it here. And then if it's not, then we want to maximize it. So window state dot maximized. Perfect. And then for the close, it's pretty easy. Close button dot click plus equals SE, and then arrows into like basically just the close method, which is on every window. You don't need to declare that anywhere. Oops, small bug. I accidentally set this to minimize when I meant to say normal. But it's not perfect. As you can see, there's a little border here, and also it goes down under this part, which isn't supposed to happen, and also whenever you click this, it just covers up the taskbar entirely. And also, if you could tell, it's clipping off with a -7 margin on every single side of the program, which isn't supposed to happen again. So the easiest way to fix this, basically, I have a paste bin thing here that I'll link in the description, and all you have to do is copy the whole thing, like everything, and then you just paste it in right above the main window within your main window class, so above the constructor. And then what you want to do is use all the things it says for you to use when stuff is highlighted in red. It seems that I have everything else here, so it should work properly. And now within my main window constructor, I have to do source initialize this one plus equals. Come on, there we go. Again, SE, but this time we are initializing our window setup, and just a sec. Okay, so basically you just have to paste this stuff in, and I'll have a link to the full instructions in text down in the description, and then these will give off some errors, so you have to just add all the things that it asks you to, and then that should fix the problem. So now if we try to drag this into the top, as you can see, it fully maximizes properly. There's no cutoff or anything. This also works on any monitors. It never cuts off the taskbar. Side works perfectly. Right now it looks pretty ugly and there's no title, but you guys can add all that stuff in and stylize the buttons or whatever. But this is just to implement rudimentary controls on a borderless window so that you can enable things that only borderless windows can have. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in a future video. Thanks.